Hey, bodacious beast, welcome back to my channel. My name is Scottyallenday. I talk about topics from the past, present, future, and unknown. Today, I think I'm talking... What was I talking about? I have no clue. Oh, wait a minute. Let me look at my... Oh, yes, it's about the war against working. Man, there's a huge movement out there right now. The people are saying, we don't want to work anymore. And it's like, we're not going to take it anymore. But instead they're putting the word work anymore. So, looks like that there's a movement out there. That there was a Reddit thread, it went dark. News stations made a big mockery over it. That they said, basically this movement was, we don't want to work, we want to live free, so we should be able to have that choice. You can have that choice. That choice is perfectly fine. If you don't want to work, that's fine. If you want to mooch off of society, that's fine. But the real work, the real war against working is not from the people that want to sit on a curb all day, or the people that, well, they got a taste of what it was back during 2020 and 2021. So everybody got laid off of their jobs, and everybody got their unemployment, their boosts and all that, and they got to stay in their apartments and play games and not pay rent and not pay utilities, and I mean, there's all kinds of things they could be able to do. Man, all of a sudden they went from working 2 full-time jobs and a part-time job just to survive, and they're saying, wow, this is freedom. Cool. So a small movement popped out of it. And it was the war against working. They don't want to work. They said we shouldn't have to work. Well, the thing is, you don't have to work. But if you do, you reap the rewards for working. If you don't, well, you suffer the consequences. But the real war against working is now starting to show its true colors. So here you are, you have the one movement that says, well, we don't want to work at all. We want you to just give. And you have the other one that says, we only want to work one job. We only want to work 40 hours a week. There's another big group that's saying, we only want a 4-day work week with 10 hours a day. We want 3 days off. So, the more this war against working is progressing, people are starting to realize, well, this is the era of the side hustle. I could go out and jump in my car and drive for Uber, I think for probably, I would say, a part-time job's worth a week. So if you drove Uber for about 20 hours in a week, and you did good, and you were good with your customers, and you provide quality service, you could probably bring in an extra, maybe on average, I would say $300 a week. If I'm right, if I'm wrong, let me know. There's always a comment section. I'd love to revisit this too, and I do a lot more research, but I'm just trying to, get it out there. I've read a lot of different things. There was a subreddit that came out with the war, with anti-working, and it went on to the news station. But I'm just telling you guys what the real war on working is already showing. But people are not out there with a picket sign. People are not out there protesting. They're just doing it. It's the silent war. And the silent war on working is, well, okay, I'm going to go out, I'm going to work a 40-hour-a-week job, and then I'm going to come home, And I'm going to have something that I'm going to do, whether it's a digital bakery. I have a good friend of mine that works a nice 40-hour job. It's a 410 job. And on Sundays, they work an extra 8 hours, and they make extraordinary muffins. Just muffins. And I think she makes about a good 400 or 500. 400 or 500? About 400 or 500 muffins. What did she say? It's like 40 dozen. Yeah, it's about 40 dozen. Muffins, and they're already sold. In the morning, she gets up. Her job doesn't start until like about 10 o'clock in the afternoon. She gets up at 6 o'clock and she delivers every single one of these muffins. And then she goes to work her normal job. She's a single mother. She makes 40 dozen muffins in her garage. Has like four block ovens. She just started off small. Now she's contemplating whether or not she even wants to work her normal job that pays the bills, because, well, her side hustle has gotten so successful that it's now the primary income. But like what Jay Leno said a long time ago, when before Jay Leno became a night show talk host, he worked at a grocery store, I think, and he did stand-up comedy. And then all of a sudden, stand-up comedy was a little bit of side money, and he just threw that in the bank. And then he'd have his primary money, which is the bank, which is the grocery store. And then once his comedy gig started making more money and started becoming the primary reason his bills were being paid, the grocery store money went right in the bank. Then when he went on to host the night show, he still did stand-up comedy, and put stand-up comedy right back in the bank. So whatever he made the most of, that was his primary job. So that's what everybody is starting to realize, and that's what everybody's starting to learn, is let's do a side hustle. If the side hustle blows up, we don't have to do the normal job anymore, but we always got to make sure that there's a backup. Well, that's what the war on working is they want to work 40 hours a week, but they want to have more time home. They want more freedom. They don't want to have to be commuting back and forth all day long. They'd rather be at home making buttons and pins and customizing stuff for fashion. But hey, what do you guys think that this war on working is, and what is your definition? Let me know in the comments, because I really want to use this in my next video, that I do about this war on working, because one person's opinion doesn't reflect everybody's. But once I get more input from other people, like the comment section, then I could really start talking about what the real definition of the war on working is, because there is none right now. If you have a full-time job or a part-time job and a side hustle, let me know what you do in the comment section. I would really like to know, because that would really, that would help benefit the channel. And I could be able to share with more people across the platform. If not, well, I tried. But so let me know in the comment section below. Please like the video, subscribe, tell your friends about it, about the channel. Hit that notification bell. Till next time, keep on rocking.